If you guys are looking to get a stacked NBA 2K account or to get your badges grinded, make sure to hit up GoatPlug on Instagram. His link will be in the description. Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure that I go over this, bro. We've been going so crazy with the subs, the views, the likes, everything. But somehow still 95% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. Hit that sub button for me. Y'all know I be going crazy. Hit that sub button for me.
I got digital dash camera with a art. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up to YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in the vid with yet another video. Today, I got y'all with the most popular build in the game. Now, if you can say, you could argue that the two-way slash and Playmaker is more popular, but on a game-to-game basis, me personally, I play offensive threats almost like 75% of the time, and there's so many builds in this game. Hint, hint to a video. I'm not gonna say what I just said, but we just gonna move past that. But yeah, just know that the offensive threat, in my opinion, is the most popular build in the game. Now you can argue the two-way slash and Playmaker is, but offensive threat, because if you think about it, there's so many variations of an offensive threat at the point guard position, like the inside out Playmaker, the scoring machine, the floor spacing slasher. It's a lot of different ways you can make an offensive threat. You can even make an offensive threat like a play sharp, like a play making shot creator type build. So yeah, man, there's a lot of different ways you can make an offensive threat. There's also, I think there is a way that you can make a two-way offensive threat, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be giving you guys the best way to make an offensive threat. I'm gonna show you guys my way, the two best ways to make it for the popular way. So I got the most bad way, and I got kind of more towards the offensive side, and I got my way I would make it. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Alright, so first things first, when it comes to the offensive threat, it's a point guard build. We're gonna go over like when it comes to the heights, but when it comes to the offensive threat, you don't want to be like as tall as all these other guards, because it's gonna really limit what you can do on offense. It's not really here to play defense. It's really here to never get stopped, because it can do anything on offense. It can shoot, it can dunk, it can speed boost. It does everything at a very high level, and that's why it's called an offensive. You know what I'm saying. Alright, next we're gonna be going over the skill breakdown. This is where you're gonna be getting your max caps for your attributes, and this is gonna be giving you where your categories for your Hall of Fame badges. So the pie chart that I chose for this build is the finishing and shooting. This is gonna be giving you finishing and shooting Hall of Fame badges. Alright, next is going to be the physicals. So for the physicals, it's pretty simple for me. A lot of these times when I go over this, y'all really have a problem with me picking speed pie chart. But when I pick speed pie chart, you need to understand it's strictly so I can be able to speed boost as fast as possible. And with any guard build, I want to be able to speed boost as fast as possible. And the way you are able to speed boost, the speed boost rating is speed with ball. But there's no other way to change it. So only way you can make it as high as possible is make sure you have the highest speed possible and the highest ball handle possible. Because those two attributes come together to make what is the speed with ball rating. Alright, so for the first attributes we're gonna go over is going to be the one where it's more towards like an offensive type of build. So the best way to make it for an offensive type of build is going to give you 15, 20, 15, and 6. So that's gonna be 15 finishing, so that's only gonna be 3 Hall of Fame badges with 3 left over to put it on whatever you want to go. Then you got 20 shooting, that's gonna be 5 Hall of Fame badges. Then you got 15 playmaking badges, that's at least 5 gold badges. Then you only get 6 defensive badges, and that's gonna be at least 2 gold badges. So for the finishing, we put up close shot, not max, but to an 88. Driving layup is max, driving dunk is max, but standing dunk and post-up is not touched. Then we got shooting, mid-range, three-pointer, free throw is all max. post fade is up to an 86 just to get the 20 shooting badges. And then we got playmaking 82 for the pass accuracy and ball handle, which would be max. And then we got post moves going up to a 52 just to get the 15 playmaking badges. Then for the interior defense, it's not going to be touched, but perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, all going to max. Blocks not touched, offensive rebounds not touched. Then we got the defensive rebound going up to a 61 just to be able to get those 6 defensive badges. So yeah, man, this is the way to make it if you want to be the most well-rounded for an offensive threat type of build. All right, the next way you can make it, this is going to be the most badges you can possibly get on an offensive threat build if you want the offensive threat build. Like I've said this many times, if you want to go for the most badge offensive threat build, you either got to go 6'6" and make a 3-level score, or you make an inside-out playmaker, which is why I say inside-out playmaker is probably the best offensive threat build. But less on that, we are going over the offensive threat build today, and the way it's going to come out is 15, 20, 14, and 8. So for the finishing, it's pretty much the same, but we went 90 on our close shot, so that's max. Driving layups max, driving dunks max, and didn't touch the standing dunk or post hook. Then we got shooting, free throw, and post fade max. Free throw is up to an 86. Now, as you probably noticed by now, it really depends on what you want more on these two. You can go with a max post fade or max free throw and just lower the other one to be able to get the 20 shooting badges. Then for the playmaking, we went max on the pass accuracy and the ball handle, went to a 42 on the post moves. And then for the defensive rebound, we got max perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and a defensive rebound at 68. And then we did not touch interior defense, block, or offensive rebound. It's going to give us at least 2 gold on the defense, at least 4 gold on the playmaking, at least 5 Hall of Fame on the shooting, and then at least 3 Hall of Fame on the finishing. All right, and now last but not least, this is going to be the way I would make it, because the way I would make it, I would be more focused on what I put on my attributes than what I did for the badges, because the way I want to make it, I want to make sure that my badges actually work. You know what I'm saying? Because you can put on badges and it's not going to work to the fullest degree. Because if you use Intimidator, if you don't have interior defense, it's not going to work to the highest possible way. So I did end up putting up my interior defense, but I also put up offensive rebound, because this is going to be a build where I might be ISOing. So if I'm ISOing, my man's going to be spotting up. So if I'm hitting him for a shot, if he misses, who's going to get the board? Me. So I want my offensive rebound to be as high as possible. So pretty much everything else is the same, but I did take a hit on shooting. I didn't upgrade post fade at all, because I'm not going to be using post fade at all. So yeah, in total, I did take a hit on badges. I took a big hit on badges, to be honest, because I don't get nearly as many on the shooting. And I even took a hit on defensive badges, but this is the best way for me to be able to do everything that I'm really trying to do all in this one build. So yeah. All right, so moving forward for the rest of this video, we're going to be going over it for the best, like the most badges, because this is probably the best all-around way to do it, because if you can get more badges on defense and still be that crazy on offense, it's probably the best way to do it, and you're going to be getting the most badges possible, because the badges is kind of what make these builds be what they are. So yeah, moving on to the height and the body type. Now the body type, that doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? You can go slight, compact, define, it doesn't really matter. I try to go more towards a smaller type body for this type of build. And then for the height, you can go anywhere 6'2" to 6'5". You know what I'm saying? 6'5", in my opinion, is the best height for any point guard build. You know what I'm saying? But for the offensive threat, you don't want to be too tall, because you will take too big of a hit on like your ball handle and all type of stuff like that. Because you want to be able to actually be able to speed boost with this build to be really as glitchy as possible. So the height I ended up going with, instead of being 6'2" like the BP, 6'3" like I did earlier in the year, or 6'5" like I always do, I went 6'4", because this is kind of like more towards the middle, you know what I'm saying, for all the attributes. So yeah, 6'4" is the height I ended up going with on this build. All right, next is the weight. Now the weight is going to be really kind of varying for the people that went with the way I would make it, because you would have a higher interior defense, so you can really probably keep that towards the middle or go up in height. But for this one, we don't have interior defense, so we're not really worried about that. So we went to 175 pounds. That's going to be giving us +2 on our lateral quickness, 90 acceleration, and even an 80 vertical. So yeah, man. And I don't know if you know this, but acceleration also helps you with your speed. It's gonna make you be moving quicker and stuff like that. So yeah. And all right, for the wingspan, this is kind of where it got tricky for me, because I wanted to go max wingspan because I've been on that max wingspan wave, and I've been really messing with my facilitating finisher being max wingspan, and my 3 is way lower, and my ball handle is even lower than this, and my speed is like, it's higher than this, way higher actually, but you know what I'm saying. So I was really thinking about going with max wingspan on this build, because you're still gonna be the shoot, you're still gonna be the speed boost, but it's not gonna be the same. So what I ended up going with was the 76.9, which is not minimum, but it's one off of being minimum, and that's gonna really be having you shoot at a way higher rate. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to eventually get your 3-pointer up to an 88 if you hit 99.9, because if you get 99, that's +4, but if you hit 99.9, that's +5 to everything that you see on the screen. For the physicals, you can get gym rat badge, and that's gonna be +4. And a lot of people were saying to me that was patched. To be honest, I thought it was patched because they gave me a timer. After that timer went away, they gave me the gym rat badge. It just said gym rat badge. So yeah, I just want y'all to know that it's not patched. If you haven't watched that video already, you need to watch that. I gave a full in-detail tutorial. It's not a 10-minute video at all. It's a short video too. So yeah, go ahead and watch that if you haven't already. But yeah, for this build, man, I definitely went with the 76.9 wingspan. That's gonna really be having me with a decent ball handle, a decent 3. And this is going to be a build that's going to be eventually able to get contact dunks, shoot at a high rate, speed boost. The defense isn't even bad either, because you get 8 defensive badges. All right, and for the takeover. So for the takeover, I was very tempted to go with sharp takeover because I have no builds with sharp takeover. So I'm probably going to make a build. My next and last final build that I'm probably going to make is going to be a build that probably has sharp takeover. But I already have an offensive threat. You know what I'm saying? I went over like the way I would make it earlier in the year. So yeah, I already have an offensive threat. So I'm not really worried about getting sharp takeover on this particular build. So the best takeover in my opinion is slash takeover. I went over all the takeovers in a video, ranking them all from least to worst, or worst to best, should I say? I said least to worst, like come on. And yeah, so slasher, but you can also go with play take if you're just really playing for fun, because you're gonna be able to get contact dunks on this build either way, because you're gonna have Hall of Fame finishing and be able to get the packages, so you're gonna be able to get those either way. But if I was making this, I would probably definitely go with sharp takeover looking back. But yeah, man, and the build comes out as an offensive threat build similar to Kyrie Irving, Trae Young, and Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. So yeah, those are the people that it's similar to. I'm not gonna really go too crazy over that, but yeah, all we got left to go over is the best badge setup for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive side for this build. All right, so first things first, per usual, is the finishing badge setup when it comes to these badge setups. So first thing we're gonna go over is the 3 Hall of Fame badges. So I like to cancel out my contact finisher with facility finisher. So we got both of those Hall of Fame. If you don't know, contact finisher, if you have the contact dunk packages, that's 20%. Then for every level you go up, that's 15%. So at bronze, that's 35% chance. Silver, 50% chance. Gold, 65% chance. As soon as you put it to Hall of Fame, that is 80% chance. And we went with slasher takeover. So we're going to be getting contact dunks like crazy. Just know that. And then we got fancy footwear that's going to be really making these hop steps that you use in this game to a whole another level. So yeah, that just needs to be known. Facility finisher is the best animations possible in this game, and it's really going to balance out contact finisher, because contact finisher is not only a really good badge for getting contact dunks, but it's very bad for getting very bad animations. So yeah, facility finisher is just here to pretty much cancel that out. That's, in my opinion, my favorite badge in this game, besides quick first step. So yeah, and then last but not least is relentless finisher. So when we are tired, we don't want to miss dunks, whether we're going for lobs, a regular dunk, a layup, or even trying to get a contact dunk. We're gonna be doing those more often. So yeah, that's the badge setup for the finishing badges. All right, and for the shooting badge setup, I went a little bit different than what I usually go. I usually go with volume shooter, and what I've been using lately is silver quick draw. But I wanted to go with Hall of Fame quick draw and Hall of Fame Deadeye because we didn't go with the taller build. So I just wanted to make sure that I could do what I really wanted to do. So yeah, we got Hall of Fame Range Extender, Hall of Fame Hazel Hunter, Hall of Fame Green Machine, Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame quick draw. All these badges were in my video from yesterday going over the best shooting badges in the game. So quick draw is just going to be making your jump shot as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? Range Extender is going to be helping you shoot on the line 3s, deep 2s, deep 3s at a very high rate. That's the best shooting badge in the game. I went over that yesterday. Hot Zone Hunter, if you have hot zones, greens. Hot Zone Hunter, going on top of that is going to make the green window even bigger. Your make percentage even higher. Green machine, if you're consecutively getting greens, your make percentage is going to be high and high and high as you keep consecutively getting greens, which is going to be helping your green window get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we got dead eye for when people are trying to close out. You're going to be able to green all them joints in their face, and it's going to be really limiting what their shot contest is on closeout. So it's going to be really making it easier for you to shoot against people that's trying to contest you. So yeah, man, in my opinion, this is the best shooting badge setup for this build. All right, next we got 14 badge upgrades to work with. So we got 4 gold badges to go over. So we got 2 badges that you can really switch out to other badges. We're gonna go over those too. So we got handles for days and quick first step. Quick first step is the most important badge you see here because that's how you speed boost. And speed boosting is how you be able to get open for threes, mid ranges, off the dribbles, whatever you really trying to do, that's what quick first step is going to really help you do. Handles for days is going to really be limiting the stamina issue in this game, and stamina is a very big issue in this game, so you really need that badge. Whether you're going for contact dunks, you don't want to be fatigued, do you? When you're going for threes, you don't want to be fatigued. So yeah, you need that handles for days. It's that simple. Then we got floor general. Now, when it comes to floor general, depending on what your teammates rather, me personally, I like to get hit with that diamond. But if I'm on my facilitating finisher, you know what I'm saying? I only have a low 3 and a low midi. So if you giving me those +4s or +3s in this case, it's gonna make a big difference. So yeah, floor general, you can really go with whatever your teammates rather, floor general or dimer. Then when it comes to ankle breakers, same thing. It really depends on what you get ankles most of. I get ankles mostly off of Space Creator, but I know the most popular one right now is ankle breaker. So you can go ankle breaker, Space Creator, or tight handles gold. And then for the last 2 badges, we got unpluckable and bailout on bronze. Bailout is the best bang for your buck bronze badge in this game. But if you put that to gold, you're gonna be glitchy. I know a lot of y'all see how that man Tyson will be playing with this build, with that badge. It's very, very glitchy. I've used it all at the beginning of the year and I stopped using it for some reason. But yeah, I need to start back using that joint at max. But yeah, and then we got unpluckable just so that we don't get ripped. Because if you don't have it on, you're going to be getting ripped a lot. Now, are you going to be not getting ripped at all? No. But, I mean, it's just a badge you literally just have to have on. Alright, and last but not least, we got the defensive rebound badge set up for y'all. So we got 8 upgrades to work with. So we got 2 and 2. So we got 2 gold, 2 bronze. So we got clamps and intimidator on gold. So clamps is literally so you can play the best on-ball defense in every situation. Going around screens, playing full court, half court, whatever you really trying to do, it's gonna help you play the best on-ball defense, getting up into people's bodies and stuff like that. Intimidator is gonna be having you get the best shot contest possible. Now, if you're wondering why it's not working, if you have a low perimeter defense, it's not going to be consistent on you contesting perimeter shots, whether it's a mid-range, 3-pointer, off the dribble, all that type of stuff. Now, if you have a low interior defense and people are hop-stepping you, just throwing stupid stuff up in your face, and you have Intimidator Max, it's probably because you have a low interior defense. I don't even know what I was trying to say at that point. But yeah, you have a low interior defense, it's not going to be consistent. You have a low perimeter defense, it's not going to be consistent. You kind of understanding what I'm saying, right? Right. So then we got these 2 bronze badges left over. Chase down artists, you got that on bronze. You unlocked an entire tier of chase down block animations. It's that simple. If you don't have that on, you're going to be jumping like a dolphin. Like, you're going to be doing the trashiest animations possible. As soon as you put that joint to bronze, it's going to make a big difference. Bro, I can't talk. Interceptor bronze is going to be literally having you playing in the passing lanes at the best rate possible. Now, at bronze, is it going to make a big difference from not having it on? Maybe not. But if you had it on Hall of Fame or Gold, it's going to make a big difference. But putting it on bronze is like the only thing I could think of doing for this build. Now, you could put on pick dodgers just to be able to have that park badge to cancel out. So I kind of would say that looking back on it now, because interceptor bronze isn't the best thing. I would really rather have it on Gold or Hall of Fame. I don't even like using it on silver. But yeah, this, in my opinion, is the best badge setup for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive. I went over everything in this video. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I went over the height, weight, wingspan, the attributes, the pie charts, the position, the takeover, all the way down to the badge setup. So yeah, man, for that alone, please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you know we got more videos coming out every single day. Turn on post notifications, be the first at every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this would help. But yeah, man, I went over everything in this video, bro. I even gave y'all like 3 different types of ways you can literally make this build attributes wise. So yeah, man, please just go ahead and do all that stuff I just asked. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And